say hello to Fellow Graphics. I don't need to especially present here Fellow Graphics. If you are playing Aion, then you know Fellow Graphics. Check him on Twitch, and also he's very active in generally in Aion community, right? So welcome everybody here, Fellow Graphics. And I wanted to invite you, man, to talk with you currently about the state of the game. There is lots of things to talk about, and today I have made video. I was making video today earlier on here during Twitch. I will put that video up tomorrow on my YouTube channel. When I was talking about the main issues of the game, and we have lots of issues, man. And I am worried now. I will not hide my concerns, because I want to hear what you think about everything. You know, I want to hear your opinion about current state of the game. And of course, I always like that. I assume you'll also do that. Oh, absolutely, I know you will do it. Give some constructive criticism, not only to criticize, right? You know what I mean? And I mean that we are, before we dive into this, just to say that we are still currently in a pretty good position. That there are issues, but we will get update 2.0 in August. And we still, even that we have less players in the game, currently there are vacations, there are many people on vacation, and there are many other reasons why we see less players in the game. It's not only about issues of the game. That is one of the things, right? And we are still in pretty good position. There are still many players playing the game. Many players will come back to play Aion 2.0. And it's not that dark like it's looking, right? Like
that is true, yeah.
Yeah, so there are issues, they can still be resolved, but if Gameforge and NCSoft, and not only them, community overall, if we don't handle these issues now for update 2.0 release, man, I'm afraid that this is the last big update of Aion, because for update 2.5 there won't be many players left. So this is the moment, this is the crossroads of Aion, because honeymoon is over, honeymoon period is over. We are now 3 months out. Yeah, it's over. You know how it is. Honeymoon, we are all happy, excited, you know, hype is real. But 3 months after release, it's time to put the feet on the ground, face the issues, resolve the issues, and try to make this game more accessible and make it more alive for the future, right? 3 months is fine, right? So please, I have talked enough now. Can you please, I mean, I think you also agree there are issues in the game. I know that you will not say, oh no, you will not say there is no issues. That's it, let's have some fun. So tell me, what are your main concerns? Then later I want that we talk about a few different topics here, which I have on my paper. But what are your main concerns? What do you think about current state of the game? And tell me, what do you think, right? So, yeah.
Okay, in general, yes, there are issues, many issues. The list is really long. Am I 100% bothered by all of them? No, I'm not. Am I annoyed with some of them? I'm definitely. Do I think Gameforge is doing a good job with whatever they have available in EU? No. I think there is so much more room where they have possibility to improve.
Yes, yes.
And sadly, it's not happening. And you know that there are many of us who are trying actively to change things, but those changes are currently not really happening.
Yes.
But I would not agree with your statement that you know, with it's not that dramatic. It is bad, but it's not that dramatic as it sounds when what you just said like 5 minutes ago. That
yeah, probably I can say it in dramatic way. You know, I'm saying it in dramatic way.
you said it like a bit for you. For me, it just sounded like it's just too dark. It's just black and white.
Yeah.
In my point of view, I can just refer back to the line from Saivo in his stream, because he said it. If you're not happy with the patch, then like that's basically just the patch. Now I'm not talking about the issues. Saying if you're not happy with the patch, if it's too slow for you, then Classic is not for you. That's one point which people need to understand. A lot of frustration is because they are not getting their gear fast enough, or they have other issues like, you know, they don't have enough Kina, or they're not, you know, soul sickness is a big issue. But again, we have to remind those people that that's how Aeon was, and it was even worse than that because we didn't have the fixes that you guys have right now, and we were trying to survive and we were trying to play. And if I compare old times to current times, I have to say we have it so much more better because the server is still full, it's packed. Of course, a lot of people have quit. Of course, like you can definitely see a difference.
Yeah.
But if you want to do dungeons, you find during the play times you find enough groups where you can join. You find even night times I have built groups and I found enough people. If you have like people around you, then obviously it's much easier. If you're on your own, might be harder. If you're like a new player, might be harder.
It is very hard. It is very hard. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I'm willing to agree on that. But for that, I would say the issue, grouping the issue is, and it always has been in MMORPGs, systems like DPS meters kind of destroy this thing in my point of view, because every single one thinks that he's a pro and every single one wants to be a pro, which I understand. And every single one looks at the DPS meter and new people just don't have a chance. How are you supposed to have max DPS in Dark Waiter if you are not able to join a group to actually do DPS in Dark Waiter?
Exactly.
You know? So I get that point. I get that point. But then again, in that point of view, I'm a fan of putting the blame where it belongs to, because that has nothing to do with the patch. That's just the blame of us players who should be more tolerant of new players. True. You know, we want new players, we want to have fun, we want to enjoy it, but then we are so fucking toxic continuously. How can we appreciate new players if we are so toxic to them and we think that we are pro and we were born as pros?
Exactly.
You know, so this is one point of view. Of course, one of the biggest issues, which is the bots. I think that's probably on your list as well.
It is.
There's a big plus side on bots, but there's also a big downside on bots. The plus side is obviously that the economy is booming. That makes it harder for actual players to make money, but for veteran players who know what they need, who wants to craft the best gear, or who just don't have the time to continuously craft, they have it much easier to get whatever they want out of the broker. But obviously that's not something a game could survive on. If games would survive on bots, then bots would be everywhere, right?
True.
So I myself have done a lot of let's say writing tickets and trying to get bots banned. It's kind of funny that some bots, I mean, I'm not gonna say that bots are not gonna be banned, because I have seen bots getting banned, but in my point of view, and which I still think, maybe you don't agree with me now, which I would understand, I think that too many of us are blaming everyone around, like everything and everyone around them, rather than actually taking action. Which basically what I'm trying to say is,
I understand,
not everyone types up a ticket and says, "Guy, this is the screen I took. This is a bot. Ban him."
Yeah, but
because if I'm not writing a ticket, then how can the support actively ban people?
But right? Fellow, I need to ask you just one digression. But what is the point of writing the ticket if the ban will be only for 3 days or 7 days? I was talking about that like 1 hour ago. The only solution for bots, cheating, and AP training, the only solution is permaban. Permanent ban. Because what is the point? Okay, I see somebody using program cheating or bots, you say, right?
Yeah.
I write the ticket, and then Gameforge gives 3 days ban, and after that he returns to the game and do the same thing. Why should I write ticket? There is no point.
Is that really happening? Like, do you actually know bots that are getting banned only for 3 days?
I don't know about bots.
I've never seen a bot getting banned for only 3 days.
I don't know about the bots, but I know that people here on live stream are coming to me within the last like, I don't know, few weeks, few months, coming to me saying, "Hey man, I can get the ban. How much? 3 days, 7 days, 3 days, 3 days." So I don't know what are they. Some of them are buying Kina throughout gold sellers. Some of them are doing that. Some of them were probably using cheating programs, but none of them said I can get permaban. None of them said I can get permaban.
okay, this is maybe a bit biased, but you kind of also needs to understand that permabans would mean like banning actual players would actually mean reducing your own customers, you know. So I guess the reason for giving them 3-day ban and hopefully taking all their Kina is like a learn process to kind of give them the chance to come back and without cheating and without like let's say
No, yeah,
buying
but
Kina to be able to continue to play. But honestly, I've never seen someone who got a ban because of that, and then next time he didn't get a stronger ban.
I don't think this is, I don't think this punishment, right, is severe enough that people take it seriously enough, right?
So you think there shouldn't be a second chances, there should be bans
Absolutely,
straight away.
absolutely.
Okay.
Because you know
Okay.
what is happening? What is happening now? I was talking
Yeah.
about that. So currently, I'm here on my Gladiator. Actually, I can show you. So I'm currently on my Gladiator. I'm playing half actively, let's say it on that way, but I can manage to collect. I'm playing every single day Dredgen, mandatory. Like I'm never skip Dredgen, and I'm collecting on this way Abyss points. Right, I can manage to get to ranking list position 59. It doesn't matter position on the ranking list. Nevertheless, 4-star officer, 448,000 Abyss points. Now, we have seen many people doing AP trading, and they are getting, we have heard, 3 days ban, and then returning to the game, and they still have AP with them. Now, I am feeling kind of stupid. Why am I playing Dredgen every day? Why am I bothering even collecting Abyss points? Because, okay, I will not cheat. I will not go AP trading because I'm a content creator. But seriously, why would we even care about ranking list or gear even? If you can go AP trading, collect 1 or 2 million Abyss points, get banned for 3 days, and return to the game. What is the purpose of me playing Dredgen every day? What is the purpose of me playing the game? I do understand if somebody get pissed off so much to delete the game. I do understand. I will not do that. I'm a content creator for Aion, for Gameforge program. But you get so much disappointed. I think that punishment is not severe enough. Punishment must be without mercy, without compromise. I do understand Gameforge attitude, like you said, okay, 3-day ban, maybe warning or something. But on this way, yes, they don't want to reduce, like you said, number of their customers. Fully understand. But they are reducing on that way number of their customers because people are quitting the game because they don't respect the game anymore. They don't like the game because what is the point of me trying to be 5-star? Because people are coming here to be 5-star within few days of cheating using AP trading, right? Or cheaters using different kind of programs, getting extendable weapon in DC. What would be purpose of me running 200 runs of DC on a legit way when somebody can go using cheating program, kill that boss, and get extendable weapon in few days? Well, not few days, but you know what I mean, right? So basically, you're losing will to play the game when you see there is no severe enough punishment. So my opinion is,
look, the biggest issue we have, which I agree with you, and it would kind of work with what you just said, there is not an active, or there aren't active GMs in the game that we can see or we can feel that they are around us. Because so from my experience on the time that I've been playing, always, you only get punishments if someone rats on you. So if someone is cheating or if someone is doing something, people, like obviously type ticket, whatever, and then afterwards the GMs come in and control it, and then you get your ban. So there isn't a system which we need, which would fix that continuously controls the Kina income, or let's say the ranking, the Abyss points, that if you are getting too much Abyss points from a certain person or whatever, that you get kind of cut off, or that like a GM would teleport there in hide 3, and he would have a look at that, and then he would take action straight away. So this is something which is not happening. But I am not willing to agree with anyone who is saying that there aren't enough punishments. There are punishments happening. Look at the Elios governor. I'm not going to say his name. He has been offline since 1 week.
Okay.
We have all seen the video where he was Abyss trading.
Yes.
And he is a high rank. Well, he's on top 1.
Yes.
And it's been longer than 3 days, so it's not. So definitely the point of saying they're only getting 3 days is also not valid anymore because it's been a week nearly. And
Yeah.
we obviously don't know if it's permanently banned, if it's just banned for a week. We don't know, but we're gonna see that it's soon, hopefully. The only issue I am having is in my point of view, there is no point of banning him if they are not strip his abyss points.
They will not strip.
Because
They will not strip.
if he stays in the ranking, then it's kind of pointless in my point of view to give him a ban at all.
I don't think they can. How to explain this? Over there in North America, they are currently banned 2 commanders with 20 million AP. They have get permaban. As far as I know, they have get permanent ban. In North America, they have more than 20 million Abyss points. I'm not sure on which side. I don't have that information. Is it Elio's side or Rasmus' side? However, they are over there on ranking list like half year already or something. They're not. They're not removing Abyss points.
You have to understand. You have to understand. I also have deep understanding of the client itself. So the thing is, the Abyss ranking is really delicate.
Yes.
The way it's programmed is actually really bad. Little changes on the ranking system can kind of mess up the whole ranking system.
Yeah. So they cannot.
So technically they can, but they shouldn't. Like they shouldn't add Abyss points to any players, or they shouldn't add remove Abyss points from any players. Technically, what they could do is if they take a character inactive, he will be removed from the ranking after 2 weeks, anyways.
Yes.
So if the guy has a permaban and they put him on inactive, he would be removed from the ranking list. And I hope, if someone is watching from the team, that they have done it, because if they haven't done it, it won't change for the players. Because obviously, I know he's not online for a week. You know that. You know that now. But other players or people who don't watch Twitch, they don't know. They see the same guy over and over and over. And trust me, so far, every single player has seen the video where he was openly trading.
He was here. He was here. Dr. Panic, are you here maybe? Right. Dr. Panic, he was named, that was his name here on live stream. He was on live stream here with me a few days ago. Not a few days ago. Maybe 10 days ago. And it was actually pretty nice conversation with him. And that was before that video. Dr. Panic, if you're here, write something on the chat. It was really nice conversation with him. We are talking about Godstones over there in Tiombos, and that was before that video, before this AP trading thing. And I don't have, but look, what you have just said here, it's not the problem that people have a feeling that Gameforge is not punishing people enough. They are giving bans.
They're just not doing enough. They're doing a lot, but not doing enough.
I don't think actually enough. It would be a good word. I think that punishment should be more severe, because you have a feeling that punishments are too gentle. I think they should be more severe, because they are not taken seriously. When anybody who's using cheating program, when there would be clearly statement done that if you are using cheating programs, right, if you are doing AP trading, that you will get absolutely, without any kind of mercy, without thinking, if it's proven that you are doing AP trading or using cheating programs, that you will get permanent ban. I am sure that people would respect the game more, and they would enjoy the game. They would not leave the game. People would be afraid. They would be afraid. On this way, they're kind of, okay, I will try cheat. I will try not to get caught, right? If I get caught, who cares? I will get a week or 3 days ban. I will say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I will never do it again, and I will continue to play the game. That is the problem, right? Punishment must be so severe that you have to be sure that you will not do it. That I'm trying to say. We are losing players because of this. I'm certain of that, right? So this is...
No, I believe you. We are losing players. Of course we are losing players.
So this is not good, right? But this is not, this is not one
maybe
issue.
They just need to be a bit more transparent with this. Like basically what Korea does, every week they give a statement how many bots and players they have banned. You know, I remember when 2.5 came out, it was literally like 8,000 accounts that have banned on that day, you know, already. So which is like bots, and that always do cleanup. But the thing is, it's hard. The bots are now the bots are so smart. They're like doing questing, they're doing dungeons, they're getting loot, they're putting it on broker.
Yes.
It's weird. It's just so weird, man. I don't understand what's the point of even playing the game anymore.
Yes.
If like not for me, I don't have an issue. I'm gonna continue playing. But I'm saying is like if a bot is playing for you, what's the point? It's like a mobile game. You know what I mean? Like it's like everything automated.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
exactly.
the point?
But that you know, I mean, when I was talking earlier, right? That is like usually when some things are making the game fail. I was talking about that earlier, like 1 hour ago. It's never one thing. So it will not be the bots itself who will destroy the game. No, it's never like that. It's always
No.
combination. It has to be combination of few different things together. So currently we have bots, we have cheating, we have AP trading. So these are three things which are not legit, obviously, and they are present in Aion, and they are getting punished. People are getting banned because of boting, cheating. However, you always have that feeling, and also I have feeling here on live stream when people are coming to me, hey man, I have get banned. Oh my god, I say I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. Obviously you have done something wrong, right? And then that person said, it's okay. It's only for a week. It's only for 3 days. Who cares? I will just return to game and even continue to do that. So you always have a feeling it's like when somebody gets a ban, it's more of a joke. Banning shouldn't be a joke. It should be something really what you will be afraid of, right? So something which will be permanent, or maybe not permanent, but maybe something which long term, right? And like you said, maybe even some transparency from Gameforge on that side, that they announce every month one list when they would say, okay, we have banned this number of players, right, within last week or 2 or month, right? Maybe that would give also players some kind of,
I'm actually gonna write this down and message this to
you should.
Restrum
You
to show him how it's done in Korea. Then maybe he forwarded, and maybe let's hope that we get something similar.
Exactly, because this is
every week.
And look, we are now 3 months after release of the game, and not like you said also, and I agree, not everything is so dark and not everything is so bad. But man, you need to understand something. If Gameforge and community also have certain responsibility, absolutely. If we don't do that, Gameforge and community something about this right now, and I say now, also in August for update 2.0 release, it will come to that point that it will be too late. I don't think that it will be past the point of no return. You know what I mean to say, right?
Yeah. Well, in my point of view, 2.x will improve a lot of things.
That's true.
Having said that, I still my opinion is still that delaying it on 1 month was one of the most stupid decisions they could have made, because the players who were on the verge of frustration and be annoyed with so many different things, it kind of gave them the reason to quit, basically, because they were like, okay, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna go for a month and play something else.
Yeah, exactly.
And getting all these people back now will be harder than keeping them initially in the game, from the first place. So this is something I totally agree with you, but again, as I said, it's not that dark as a lot of, let's say, streamer are making it.
No,
because as I said, I mean, there is proof. There's a lot of proof. Sadly, the normal players do not know that, but even content creators are getting permabanned and getting what they deserve for cheating and doing stuff. Not saying that all of them cheat, just saying the ones who do got what they deserve. And players are all around getting banned and getting issues and getting, for whatever they have done, they're getting bans and permabans and everything. It's just like overall the toxicity in the game right now is just too high, too intense.
Yes.
I feel like, especially if you're playing on Ilios side, there's a lot of frustration. Asmodeans completely control every NPC that sells for the Abyss entrance, like Asteria and Roa. They're always standing there in a group. The fortress, Divine Fortress, is obviously always packed. For Ilios, it's hard time to go there at all. And sadly, a lot of Ilios think that this is something which is an issue for the game publisher or the game.
Yeah,
game
but
coach,
it's not.
whatever.
But it's not.
But it's actually a community issue,
Exactly.
you know. So it's just like, especially Helios, they're not
Yes.
working together as a team. If they would, they could have dominated much more. But sadly, they are not doing it, and it is happening on the Asmodean side. So obviously, we can see it in sieges. We can see it in the activity. They're always more coordinated, always running in groups, always like killing Helios left and right. It's just so funny, especially, I don't know if you have seen the entrance of Dark Poeta. If you just stand there, there are like at least 30, 40 standing there AFK,
Yes.
or just randomly standing there. And if a high rank gets there, Asmos come in, kill high rank and leave, and everyone else just watching.
Yeah,
so this is like, usually people are annoyed because of bots, people are annoyed because of Kina issues, you know, the pricing, people are annoyed of so many other things that are going wrong currently, and then things like that happen, and that's basically, you know, the sugar on top of the cake. And therefore get too frustrated and they don't want to play anymore. I get it, I understand, but the thing is that as I said at the beginning, that I'm more like a fan of put the blame where it belongs to, and trust me,
absolutely.
if you're getting killed in open PvP,
absolutely,
and you are raging so hard that you break your keyboard, then this game is maybe not for you.
But that's another issue I want to talk with you. Now we have mentioned already a few things, but we didn't mention main issue with this game, and I don't think that people are taking this serious enough. And actually, I have to say that I disagree with you right now. You can start that. You can say that now second time. But here's the thing: on the start, when you came here, you said, which I know, everybody knows here, and that Aion Classic is not game for everyone, right? It's a hard version of the game. You need to really love the game or be hardcore player to enjoy this game. It's not easy version of the game. I think that main issue of the game currently are not bots, cheating, AP trading, either what we have talked about, that punishment of Gameforge is not enough. Main issue of this game, and I will explain why, this is very important to understand, is next. Game is extremely unfriendly to new player and to average player. Now, these two types of players are different, right? These are not the same, new player and average player. You can be veteran player but average. You don't need to play extensively. Or you can be new player and you can play hardcore, right? So these are two different types of players. Now, why I say that? I have experienced that a little bit on my skin. I was leveling up my Chanter now. It's now level 49. I'm not currently on Chanter. And for the last few weeks, I'm leveling up on Chanter. Now, you wouldn't believe. Now, I'm a veteran player, right? How hard for me was to find any group. And I can make group for any dungeon. I don't care, for Fire Temple or for Iatrogenetics Lab or Indratu Legion, whatever you think, I can make group. It's not a problem for me. However, I was kind of, let's say that I'm a new player. I was thinking, right? And you, not even new player, average player. So you want to join some group for Indratu Legion, Indratu Fortress, Iatrogenetics Lab, things which you need to do during leveling. You wouldn't believe how hard is that? Almost mission impossible. Also, during leveling is so hard. Later, during new updates, 2.0, 2.5, it's becoming easier leveling. It's not that hard, I admit that, that's for sure. Nevertheless, for new player, if we get some new player or average player in the game, he will quit probably after a few days. He will just say, you know what? I quit. I uninstalled this game. This is. Now, you like you said, yes, we know that game is not made for everyone. This is hard version of the game, right? Community have asked that. We have asked that in pools, that we want hard version of the game. We want 1.x, right? More than 2.x, because that is the game we love. Aion Classic, hard version of the game. That is real Aion Classic. Nevertheless, people don't understand something. We are now after release 3 months, and we had really good numbers for release of the game. Game can survive absolutely for a certain period of time. On basic structure of the players, which is based on hardcore players. Yes, it can. But overall looking for the next year or two, this game, if it wants to survive, it needs new players in very little percentage, very little, and average player. And I will explain why. there cannot be only hardcore players. They will enjoy killing each other. Hardcore players will have better gear, usually better experience in the game. They will enjoy to some point. But you need numbers. You need player to survive some average player, and you will have that hardcore player satisfaction of killing that average player. But you need every now and then some new players, not many. It's okay. There are many new games coming later during 2023. We cannot expect to have thousands of new players, but there are new players in the game. Every day on live stream, I see somebody coming to me, hey, I'm a new player to Aion. And we need, more importantly, average player. A person who is not able to play Aion 7 hours per day or 10 hours per day, or a person who doesn't need to play that much but doesn't have experience, right, in the game. We need those two types of players. If we don't have game enjoyable for new player and for average player, game is going to die. Game is going to die very soon. These hardcore players, people like, I'm not hardcore, currently I'm not hardcore, but I love the game, right? I love the game. We are not enough. That's not enough for survival of the game. And that you need to understand, right? And when we say that this game is not made for everybody, yeah, we know that. But game is currently extremely unfriendly for new player and average player. And game for NCSoft. And community also. You're right, fellow, you're right. And community also. We need to make sure that new players and average players feel welcome, and they have enjoyable experience in the game. If you don't do that, all of these issues, bots, cheating, AP trading, RMTing, forget about that. That's really not important. Absolutely not important at this point. Game is going to die very soon. So I want your take on this, because I'm certain of this, right?
Well, again, I am not a fan of this word lining. The game is going to die soon. I don't know, these apocalyptic lines. I'm just completely against it, because in my point of view, if I say that openly, and if that's my opinion, then for me it's already dead. You know what I'm saying? So I think we kind of need to be careful with saying things like that, because kind of, let's say new players are watching, and then we who are when you said you're not a hardcore player, I kind of play a lot extreme. So if I would start saying that, I can totally see a lot of people not even trying to continue with the game, because they would be like, what's the point? If even the hardcore player is saying the game is dead, then what's the point of even trying?
I didn't say, no, wait a second. I'm very careful what I'm saying. I didn't say the game is dead, and I can say that I can repeat that sentence actually.
No, I understand. Wait, give me a minute. Let me just get back to that. So that's why I try to not see it in that light. You know, I try to not bother myself with things that I don't have a control over. You know, like I can't do anything with the bots. I can't do anything with the Kina sellers. From my point of view, they are doing their best, but let's go back to the game itself. You said the game is unfriendly with beginners. The game is hard for beginners. Yes. I totally agree with you. I fully agree with you. But the issue for that, in my point of view, currently is also how the game is developed, how the patch is made. There is not a lot to do in PvE content. There's not a lot to do in PvP content. True. The maps, the way they are built is a lot zergy. So there's a lot of zergs running around.
Exactly.
And the reason for that, there's a high reason, because I feel like a lot of players, and this is something, again, I would go blame the community for that, because the players are kind of playing in save mode, if that makes sense to you. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't rarely see ranks higher than rank 1. Every single one office star, star officer from 1 to 5 and all of them, everything higher than that usually tries to stay in a safe zone. Kind of, they come out during sieges, but other than that, they stay in the safe zone.
Yeah.
You only see in open PvP continuously, you see rank 4 to rank 9. What does that mean? Why do I mention that? There's a real reason behind it, and the reason behind that is, look, if I can only kill rank 4 to rank 9, the amount of abyss points I can make solo or in a group is limited. There is no way that I can, if I'm not tremendously extremely good in PvP, then there is no way for me as a new player or a general player or casual player or whatever to make a good amount of abyss points on a regular basis to be able to enjoy and get the achievement that is needed to continue and have fun in this game. But this is going to change with the coming patch, because with the coming patch, if you are just active every day, you run your TIAC, you run your dungeons,
Exactly.
you are just active, trust me, most of us will be rank 1. And if you
Yes.
start killing rank 1s, you are getting 800,000, 1,500 abyss points on a regular basis. So the ranks will just shift a bit higher. So people with rank 2, rank 1, or office stars, they will not be afraid as much anymore to leave the safe zones and go out and involve themselves. Because
True.
my biggest issue right now,
True.
like what I have, all my friends are around me. As soon as they hit the high ranks, they start doing PvP and they start playing something else because they don't want to die anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Because loss is too
And this
much. Yeah.
is exactly, and then they start quitting the game and just play Valorant or whatever. And this is annoying me so much because I'm like trying to continue play and do PvP, because if I die 5 times, who cares? You know,
Yeah,
like,
but that should change,
I
like
go
you
back
said.
up
Yeah, that should change.
but they're like, no, we don't want to buy this piece, we want to buy that piece, so that's why they're like, we don't want to die anymore. And then, like, even it happened last night. I was doing PvP with a friend of mine. He died 1 time and he left, and he was rank 2.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so this is like, so in that, what I'm trying to say is, in that kind of mentality, or in that kind of the way how the game is right now and how the game would shift later on, I think there will be improvement.
That's true.
That's why I also said that I am kind of annoyed for the fact that they moved the game 1 month, you know, the patch, because we need it kind of now, and due to the frustration and all of the other stuff, again, coming back to the same point, people are starting quitting, and you're not everyone has those thoughts, not everyone thinks about how things could improve. People usually just see the dark side or the bad side and be like, yeah, everything is going down, there are bots everywhere, and there's this and then that, and then people obviously, you know, getting more frustrated. So just to keep it simple again, I think right now, PvP wise, what you can do is try your best, continue, try to do PvP, try to be active, and PvE wise, the 2 weeks, the event was actually, I believe, was really good. It helped a lot of people to get their extend weapons. It helped a lot of people to get their last missing pieces. That was really good. Like, for that, where, you know, where you can say kudos for Gameforge, that was definitely a good idea and a good event. Maybe they can do something similar, maybe increase again the abyss points for the last 2 or 3 weeks, that people can be a bit more ready for the coming patch. Because everyone who is listening, the main point you will need with the coming patch is obviously your stigmas. And keep in mind, to complete your last 3 stigmas, you need at least 300,000 abyss points, because you need to buy the last stigma costs 150,000, the one before costed like 100,000, and the one before that costed 80,000. So obviously it would be nice to kind of go in that direction to help the players more to be ready for the patch, rather than, you know, giving them more reason to be upset and frustrated.
Yeah, that's true. Nevertheless, like I said, yeah, you're right. Especially what you said earlier, right? When I said sentence, right, that if a game continue to be extremely unfriendly to new players and to average players, game will die. When I say it like this, it sounds that game have already died. And especially when person who is dedicated to Aion a lot like me says that sounds really negative. But yeah, I didn't say that game is dead. Absolutely no. There is still many players playing the game, even that we have lost certain amount of players, which is kind of natural, right? Every game after release, 3 months after release, you lose some players. Currently, we have also vacations, right? Season of vacations. So many people they're not at home playing their game on their PC, right? So it's not everything that dark. But nevertheless, I have to say that I'm glad that I can hear this perspective. Actually, it's interesting to see that I hear lots of optimism in your voice, and I'm really glad to hear that, man, this evening, because like I had said, there are many issues currently, and I agree with you. Absolutely, not everything is that dark, and there are many things that can be done. But I am at this point, I wasn't, how to express this, like 1 month ago, when I was making similar, we were talking, was that month ago? I think a little bit more. We were talking about many issues of the game 2 months after release or 1 month after release. There were issues, back then also with bots cheating and stuff, but I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried about the future of the game or anything. But now I am worried. I know that doesn't sound positive. I am very optimistic person in general. I'm very optimistic person. I'm a positive guy, and I will never go negatively and ranting and complaining only. But seriously, now it's time that something has to be done regarding different things, right? So let's see what will happen. 2.0 update, I admit, I agree with you, will bring many positive things, right? We are getting, like you said, TIAC research base also, and additionally, and we should get more AP in generally from Dredgen and TIAC research base. So we should acquire more AP. People will not be afraid to do some PvP and stuff. But I can't say, I think that community and Gameforge need to do something regarding burning issues, right? Because it's still not too late. Absolutely not. It's not too late. But if these issues continue to persist, right? These issues, all of the issues. So issues are bots, cheating.
Only bots, yeah.
Cheating programs. I wouldn't even say, again, it's kind of strange when I say that. I wouldn't, let me say that in one sentence, right? It will be a strange sentence. I don't think actually that it's that much issue bots itself, cheating itself, and AP trading itself. But the issue is they are too gently, a combination and too gently punished. Bots itself, it's an issue. And cheating is an issue. Yeah. And AP, but I mean, they were existing in the game even 7 years ago and 5 years ago, and they will exist in the game all the time. I think that issue is that they are not punished hard enough.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Maybe we also have to distinguish, we have to understand that there is a huge difference between observation and understanding of the game. Yes, and what I see a lot, because yes, there are cheaters. Yes, there are a lot of cheaters. Well, when I say a lot, that just makes it extreme.
Yeah, many. But it's not. I know what you mean. Yeah.
The percentage of cheaters compared to the people who are actively playing the game is small. Yes. It's not. It's because when we talk about it, it sounds like 80% is cheating.
No,
but
yeah,
it might
exactly.
be just 2% out of all players. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And the thing is, due to weaving, jump shotting, glide shotting, and all that, people sometimes think and believe that other people are cheating, even though they're just playing the game how it should be, and it's like a veteran player who actually knows the game quite well. And then others who are continuously losing against him are like, no, he's cheating. And why is he not getting banned? And then they're frustrated again, and they're just saying everyone, yeah, bro, we wrote a ticket and he's still running around, but that guy wasn't even cheating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's like, many things happen. Yeah, many times.
Yeah, that's why we have to kind of stay with the truth, and we have to understand that what is really going on and what is really happening. And again, maybe that's my naive optimism that I'm like too happy or too glad to be able to play classic, or I'm enjoying the game too much. I don't know, but I can say again that for me, the game that we wanted or that we had back in the days, I'm glad that we got it back.
Yes,
for me,
absolutely.
The game is exactly what I wanted. I'm having fun. I'm really, really happy with things that the way they are in a certain way. Yes. Of course, there's a lot of stuff I would have done differently, but it's just in the end of the day, you kind of just need to understand what is your role in the game. What exactly are you trying to go for? Is PvP what you want to do all day long? Then of course, no, don't worry. If you want to do PvP all day long, go to Abyss NPC and buy potions or anything else. Put your rank at rank 9, that it doesn't hurt you continuously when you die.
Yeah, exactly.
Because someone has to lose. You can't be only the one continuously winning. You know?
That's true.
So, and if you want to do PvE, same with that. Go to look for friends you can play with and run the dungeons even 20 times. And I don't know, man. If you want to do crafting, first of all, understand and see what is exactly what you enjoy, and just do that. Nobody's forcing you to do everything if you just don't enjoy it. If you don't enjoy PvP, just don't do a PvP. There is a way to play the game without completely avoiding PvP. But keep in mind that currently, if you want to do DPS, obviously you need to get the stone, but that's going to change with the next patch. We have to go bash, and I can already see the people crying about the entrance of bash because there's a lot of Asmodeans standing there, Aurelians standing there and covering the gates. But like again, it's fun. It's just part of the game, you know. Like either you like it or you don't, and everyone understand. It just, for me, it just feels like that everyone is such in a hurry. Calm down, understand the game, have fun, and just enjoy. It's okay if you are having fun, and if you're level 40 and you're not even level 50 and you're just doing PvP in level 40, it's okay. Nobody is gonna come and say you are a loser or a noob or whatever because you're not max level. Just chill and enjoy the game.
I agree.
You know, and if you don't like the game, same thing. Nobody is forcing you. Just quit.
Absolutely. Go play Tetris. I usually say.
Play Tetris, play whatever
I usually go play Tetris. But I mean, joking. But yeah, it's not game for everyone. Actually, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. It's not only about what Gameforge can do. It's also about what I like, what you have said this evening also. It's a lot about the community. I agree with you.
Yes.
How we treat each other. There are many things we can improve on. I'm playing usually in the evening. I didn't make any static groups because of my live schedule. So usually in the evening, I'm playing every evening Dredgen on my Gladiator. And then I go play Dredgen every evening on my Chanter. And I'm usually making some LFG groups, right? And sometimes, yeah, it's really enjoyable. But I encounter very often, many issues during that gameplay, right? I'm not going into details now, which is showing only state of the community, right? I'm trying to remain calm, but I'm from different kind of not insulting me directly. Sometimes also that, but I'm get used to that. That's normal. I'm playing Aion for a long time. You cannot provoke me easy. But there are many situations which I see, which is nothing to do with Gameforge, nothing to do with NCSoft.
It's a community.
It's a community, exactly. And I wouldn't say, I would never go that far and say that we have a general statement. Like for any game that it has toxic community, no. I can play many other MMORPGs, right? Many other games. And in other games, you will also find people who are toxic, Just that I think that, from us, we should be a little bit more, a little bit patient, not that much nervous. Everybody in Aion, problem in Aion is that everybody in Aion, I think everybody thinks that it's OPGG professional player. Everybody thinks about that.
Everyone thinks that they were born as a pro.
Exactly.
And typing, which is already also in this day and age, maybe in my point of view, a negative point. In Korea, when you install the client, you automatically also get install a talking tool. So it's like basically open mic. If you join a group, you can just speak to them, or if you join Alliance, you can just speak to the people rather than typing. So sometimes even if someone is like just asks you, like earlier what happened, I went DPS with my Twink Chanter, and then the guy asked me, have you done Tabata before? And I replied, yes, I've done it with my Chanter, I've done it with my Templar, and I've done it with my Spirit Master. And he replied, I was just asking, why you flaming me? Why you so mad now? Like, it was just a question. And I was chilling. I was like, bro, I'm just telling you. Like, no, like, so there was like just a misunderstanding. So, so that he thought that he aggravated or made me mad with the question. What I'm trying to say is, like, there are certain things which is kind of outdated, but like, we just have to be a little bit more chill sometimes and just enjoy and, like, appreciate definitely the amount of players, because if you look at retail NA or classic NA, the amount of players they have, or even Tahabata server, like sometimes they're not even able to take a fortress in time because they don't have the amount of players that we have. So we should be glad and happy that we do have the numbers and we do have the active players still, even after so many quit it. And just don't lose your focus. You should be fine.
And respect each other, guys. I'm always repeating that. It doesn't matter, are you new player, average player, hardcore player, respect each other, be nice to each other. No need to insult anybody. If you join some group, say hello everybody, put smiley on it. You don't need to talk to anybody. You just play the game normally, follow the leader if you're not leading, and when you leave the group, say thank you, and that's it. No need to be nervous, no need to be insulting anybody about anything. I think that we should all respect each other, enjoying this beautiful game, because game is really enjoyable. Game is really good, right? Game itself is really good. And issues which we are talking this evening, everything, yeah, it's possible to overcome. And I hope that it will be overcome over time, right? But actually,
I hope so too.
Yeah. I'm a little bit, at this point in time, I'm glad actually you have come this evening that we can talk, because you have put a little bit more of optimism in me, because like I said, I am optimistic person, I am positive person, but at this point in time, 3 months after release, I am a little bit worried. I am a little bit worried about the game. But talking with you this evening, fellow, right? Yeah, I'm getting a little bit more optimistic, you know. But let's see what will happen in the future, right? So what I wanted to is anybody here, guys? If you have any kind of questions here for fellow here or for me, we are now during this live stream. Probably I will put this video on my YouTube channel that people can watch this, or Gameforge, somebody from Gameforge team. We can talk here about many different issues, right, of the game, and we were talking on constructive way, right? I think this is actually one good conversation here that people hear regarding what is currently happening with Aion Classic, right? And yeah. I didn't think we were extremely. Yes, I did say. I will cut out that part where I say that game will die if we don't get it. I will cut out that. I'm not cut out. No, I'm joking.
Just leave it.
I'm joking.
No, but what I definitely would like to say before you end on that is the thing is that I don't want, because obviously there are all kind of people watching this, and don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not wearing pink glasses or something. I do see the issues, and I am on the same side as you all. You know that I'm annoyed by those issues. I'm not trying to belittle the issues, not trying to say that those issues do not exist. And if someone from Gameforge would ever watch this video, bro, we have given feedback. Feedback was given from so many different channels, so many different ways. We need those fixes. We definitely need the fixes yesterday.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I agree with the society, obviously. I'm not gonna phrase it so dark, but if the fixes are not fixed in time, then in the future definitely Aeon is gonna have a hard time. That's what I'm gonna say to that.
If you are watching my live stream, let's go for a live stream. If you are watching this as video on my YouTube channel, thank you for watching the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch to see more of MMORPG content and of course Aion content in the future. I'm live streaming every evening about 7 o'clock Central European time, so join me to see some gameplay and to find out what is happening in MMORPG and PC gaming world. See you soon.